Bonjour et bienvenue, c'est le module number 8. Sorry, folks. Got this confused with French class. No, indeed, this is our summer 2021 edition of Human-Computer Interaction, and I'm Dr. Mike, welcoming you to our 8th module, our penultimate module. We only have one left after this. So I hope everyone's been staying well, staying healthy, and generally doing okay. This module is, in essence, a sequel to module number 6, which is, of course, when we considered context. So this is kind of a sequel to this, at least in part, because we're going to be learning about considerations for human-computer interaction related to culture, which can be very much contextual. And we'll give some consideration to ethics in computing as well. Now, originally, I planned to name this module as something more miscellaneous, but then I realized that may have trivialized what is indeed extremely important, relevant, and timely matters that we cover here in this module. Nevertheless, you may see or hear some references in this module to, quote, additional considerations for design, which was the former and poorly chosen title of this segment of the course as a way to distinguish it from considerations of physical, cognitive, and affective fit. So now you know, and as they say, I've heard this many times, the more you know that you don't know what you don't know because you've just come to know something you didn't know, you know? All right, I just made that saying up, but it sounded good, you know? Anywho, let's turn our attention now to Fun Facts with Dr. Mike. And for this edition of Fun Facts, we actually have a few different fun facts, all related, all connected, because they speak to some famous marketing mistakes, snafus, errors, even boo-boos, if you will. And to begin, did you know that Swedish vacuum cleaner manufacturer Electrolux came out with a marketing slogan as they decided to start selling their vacuum cleaners in the United States? And that marketing slogan was, quote, "Nothing sucks like an Electrolux." And they didn't quite account for the meaning of the word suck in the United States, implying that their vacuum cleaner sucks. It's terrible. So that didn't work out very well for them. Meanwhile, good old Kentucky Fried Chicken, who I hear does chicken right, tried to break into the Chinese market, of which ultimately they were, and they've been very successful with that. But initially, as they went into the Chinese market, their slogan of finger-licking good translated into Chinese as "eat your fingers off there." And there was no indication as to whether or not those fingers would have been deep-fried with all of their special herbs and spices, but still, probably not the most appetizing slogan, implying that you would eat your own human fingers at Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now, meanwhile, Pepsi had this one ad slogan for a while all over the world, and it worked really well for them. And that ad slogan was, "Come alive with the Pepsi generation." But in Taiwan, it was translated as, "Pepsi will bring your ancestors back from the dead," which is a promise they really probably couldn't follow through with. And I say probably because as much as you may like Pepsi, that just, I don't see that happening. Then there is a story of Schweppes tonic water. And the name of the product, Schweppes tonic water, initially translated in Italian as Schweppes toilet water. And clearly that was just not a great marketing campaign there, and I believe that as a result, their sales of tonic water just went down the drain. Okay, that I thought that was hilarious. Anyways, but regardless, I am sharing these fun facts with you because this module has an emphasis on intercultural considerations and the fact, for example, the fact that certain colors or symbols, icons, don't always translate well from one culture to another. So given that we're increasingly collaborating with and interacting with folks through computing technologies from all around the world, well, technology and how we design and evaluate technologies all need to consider intercultural differences as we move into a more and more globalized business environment. Now, the second theme for this module is ethics and design, which I think is really one of the most interesting concepts, at least in my opinion, that we cover in this course. I really wish we could spend more time on it. Even in a full 15-week semester, this is the extent to which I'm typically able to cover that. But in order to give us a little bit more exposure on sort of an optional basis, I've created a journal entry for us, which is, as I've just implied, entirely optional. It's a bonus journal assignment and the only journal assignment for this module, and it is worth up to 2 badges if you decide to complete it in its entirety. Now, despite it being non-mandatory, or as the kids on the street call it, discretionary, I suspect that you will find it particularly engaging and get a lot of intellectual enjoyment out of it if you decide to complete that bonus optional journal entry. And it's also probably my favorite assignment in this course, with our short stories being a close second. I always sort of flip-flop between which one I enjoy the most myself. There's 3 readings for this module that span culture and ethics in human-computer interaction, and I've put together 3 videos on these matters as well. And of course, we have our usual module check. This one is going to present you with a possibility of 5 out of 6 different questions. And then finally, the instructions and deliverables for our final report and for the completed design diary have been posted, which I mentioned in an announcement. I strongly, I profoundly encourage you to get started on those soon, like right now. Well, maybe at least wait till the end of this video, but within the next day or 2. Given the tight schedule of our summer term course, I just want to give you all a heads up. I have little, if any, ability to extend or modify the deadlines for those. Henceforth, the encouragement to get started on those soon. Now, that wraps up our introduction to module number 8. If you have any feedback, questions, concerns, I pretty much say this at the end of every module, let me know. You know where to drop them. You can use our anonymous Google form. My email, you can reach out to set up a Zoom meeting if there's more in-depth matters that you want to discuss, or if you just want to talk about what we're learning in the course. So please feel free to reach out. And until next time, folks, as usual, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.